If you're not incorporating imagery into your manifestation process, then you are leaving manifestation gains on the table. Now, I know that sounds like a very cliche YouTuber thing of, hey guys, if you're not doing this, then you won't succeed. But to a degree, it's true because the subconscious mind works through imagery. Now, I did a video a couple of weeks ago about vision boards and how even just briefly seeing them can be enough to impress the subconscious mind and push out a reality for you. Well, now I want to give you a visual technique that you can do that will be a little bit more conscious and proactive with what you're doing. Now, I have never spoken about this technique on this channel before, and the reason being, I'm fairly new to it myself. So, disclaimer, what I'm giving you in this video is purely anecdotal experience and not decades worth of knowledge and learning and yada yada yada. It's just something I've been toying around with that I urge you to try out and see how you get on. Now, the thing that I'm going to be giving you today is sigils. So if you want to know more about sigils, the background and so on, I urge you to check out a magic specific channel or books. But if you just want a little bit of fun and something that I've been working with lately that's actually done exceptionally well for me, despite me being a beginner at it, stick it out with me. This video is us learning together as opposed to me giving you my expertise. So what is a sigil? At a very brief and basic level, a sigil is a visual seal that represents your desired outcome. Now, I will be giving you how to do it here, so I suppose the explanation will come into effect as we go along with it. But it's essentially creating a visual representation that you choose to mean that you have your desire. Now, similar to the vision boards, your subconscious mind will pick up on this because you set the intention of what the sigil is to mean and absorbing that information, helping push out to reality. So see it like a vision board in a way, just a little bit more conscious and a little bit more unique and secret, I suppose. Because like, for example, I'll show you this. You have no clue what that means. You have no clue because you haven't set the intention behind it. But as I explain the process, it'll become more clear. So let's get into it. What do you do first? First and foremost, you decide the outcome you want to experience. Now, I've kept it basic for here, and I've gone with that's going to be backwards for you, I think. I am wealthy. Very basic. So you write out, I am wealthy. I personally do it in capital letters because for creating the sigil, I think that makes it a bit easier. But I am wealthy. You just write it out at the top. I've crossed it out, and you'll see why in a second. Then underneath it, you write out the letters removing duplicates. Now, I realized this once I started doing it, that I am wealthy doesn't have many duplicates beside the letter A. So it's just I am wealthy again, just without the A there. So not a very good example, but we're rolling with it. So what you do, write out the desire at the top, and then underneath it, you write it out again, but removing the duplicate letters. And then, very simply put, and there is a couple of ways you can do this, as I'll get on, but you create a visual representation of that statement using the letters that are left. So for example, I'll go through them letter by letter. We have the I from I. As you can see, it's actually harder to show than I thought. There's the I, that little line there. Then you have the A for am. There's the A. Then you have the M. There's the M. Then you have the W, which I have just been lazy and done the M upside down. And then you have the E. For me, wait. This might be backwards for you, so I do apologize. I didn't really think this one through, but hopefully it's not. But you've got the long bottom, the long top, and then the little E part there. And then you have the L, which I decided to go as this here. And then you've got the T. Now, where did I do the T? The T for me is that line and then down. And then the H, which is literally just the I sideways. and then the Y, which is that here. So if I had just handed you this piece of paper, you'd have had no clue what this is. But having explained it, you can probably see it a little bit more clearly now how this is meant to represent I am wealthy. Now, the reason why this is so powerful is A, it's a form of scripting, but B, I have written this and decided that this symbol exists because I am wealthy. Now, that alone isn't enough to make the sigil work, or at least not enough to make it guaranteed to work. You must do what is known as charging it. Now, there are a multitude of different ways that I've seen people charge sigils, such as leaving them out in moonlight, such as burying them in the garden, such as putting them under the pillow. But the one that I personally utilize and have had some success with is simply just hanging it on my wall and staring at it for 10 minutes with zero distractions. Not very fun. It was a very quiet 10 minutes. But what I would do is I would literally just say to myself, this symbol exists because I am wealthy. And then I would stare at the symbol and, without sounding too corny, almost imagine myself absorbing the meaning of this sigil. Now, I've done a few of these sigils for various things. There are some that are still in the works as far as results, but there are some that have worked exceptionally well. For example, this is just an example that I did for you guys here today, but I utilized a very similar one. It was I am successful. I've actually gotten rid of the sigil now, which is why I haven't actually shown you, but it was I am successful. And I did that, I think, Thursday with the staring at it. And this weekend was my best financial financial period of time in quite a while, actually, like significantly different. It seemed like every hour I was getting a new sale made, a new sale made, a new sale made. It was very nice. But I'd also done the sigil, and I actually put this up on the community Facebook group, which is free, so by all means join it, about how I was going to do a sigil to get a shiny Pokemon. Huge Pokemon fan, don't at me. And lo and behold, not only did I get one on Pokemon Go, but also the new Pokemon Legends ZA game has just come out. I got a full odds Pokemon without doing any methods for it. So 1 in 4,000 chance of it spawning. And then I found a method that is blowing up online now. So it's nothing revolutionary, but it was like a trick to get the place to constantly reset. And I have about 13 shinies, all technically full odds. And I did the sigil. What else is there? People texting me and things like that, which I've been toying around with. I've been toying around with this for the past week and a half or so, and the rate at which the results have come have actually been quite surprising considering how new I am to this technique. So that's why I wanted to give you that. Now, there are a multitude of different ways you could write sigils. This is what I started with, but I actually explored with something in creating my own alphabet. And it is as simple as it sounds. I literally just got a piece of paper and wrote A, B, C, D all the way through, and it just created a design for each letter, and then created this visual sigil. This one, I can't tell you what the thing is behind it. A, because it's still in the works, and you know how it is when you're not really supposed to tell people what you're manifesting. But B, it's also quite a private thing. But again, you'd have no idea what this represents. But when I look at it, I know exactly what this is meant to represent. And the thing hasn't happened yet. And I know I'm not supposed to, but I just want to be supposed to say that, but I want to be transparent with you here. But there are things moving along in this direction. And this thing is quite a big desire, which is another thing reason why I wanted to do it. Because I'm new to these sigils, and I'm testing things out, and I'm actually getting exceptional results for being a brand new person to it. And I genuinely believe it's because of the visual representation. My subconscious mind knows exactly what this means. My subconscious mind knows exactly what this means because I made the decision of it, but also the act of staring at it and letting it be absorbed in for 10 minutes is done exceptionally well. So what I urge you to do is just try it. Don't put too much pressure in it. Don't go into it thinking, I'm going to write this and by tomorrow my specific person is going to be in my bed. But go at it and give it a go and see how you go. And if you want to see other ways of making sigils and doing them, I urge you to check out some YouTube videos, because I've been, since learning about it, since applying it, really enjoying my time in this. And like I say, I'm a complete beginner. I'm not speaking at all from expertise here. Purely just giving you something that I'm utilizing just the same way as you might say to a friend, hey, I've just found this new thing, let's do it together. And it's actually done quite well. But there are loads of different ways you could make sigils, loads of different ways you could charge sigils, and it might possibly just be a fun thing for you to try to take some of the edge off of manifesting. Because making these is fun, and it only takes me not even 5 minutes. But just like the vision board, I hang them up in my office. I'm seeing them in the corner of my eye. I'm getting shiny Pokemon. I'm getting texts. I'm getting clients coming in. I'm doing things in these sigils without actually having any expertise in them. So a year from now, when I'm a lot more proficient in them, it might even be even better, even faster. So this is just a little method to try. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this is the next best method, and if you're not doing this, then you're a failure as a manifestation person, manifester, whatever. But it might be fun for you to try. I'm having a great time with it. I've even somewhat substituted it out for my affirmations at the moment, and it could just be something interesting for you to try. But thank you so much for being here with me today. I really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, drop me a like and a comment to let me know. If you need my help on a one-to-one basis, and don't worry, the help will be regarding my normal content. I'm not going to try and sit there and walk you through sigils on a one-to-one basis. Then check out my website, because I've got tons of things there to help you on your journey. But for now, thank you for being here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.